Hello, welcome to the King's Tutor. If you're just joining us for the first time, kindly subscribe to our channel, like, comment, and share this video. Okay, today we want to look at inverse variation. Now we've seen the introduction of variation. If you have not seen that video, I recommend you look at that video before this. Check at the link below my YouTube channel to see the video for the introduction. Okay, and we saw also direct variation in the introduction of variation. Today we want to look at inverse variation. Like I will ask, what is inverse variation? Now the inverse variation is a variation that shows the relationship between two or more quantities inversely. That is, they move in inverse direction, they move in opposite direction. As one quantity is increasing, the other is decreasing. As the other is increasing, the other is what? Decreasing. So they move in what? Inverse direction. Okay? For instance, if we want to talk about x and y, if they are the two quantities, I will say x varies inversely as y. Now, in the introduction video, we said this is a symbol for varies or proportionality. So we will say x varies inversely as y. Now the inverse of y is 1 over y. This is normal y. Normal y is the same thing as y over 1. Normal. But once they said the inverse means the reciprocal. Okay? So x varies inversely. I remember I said something like the type of variation you'll be asked to solve depends on the question. The type comes to the question. For instance, you said x varies directly as y. It means they are talking about direct variation. When they say x varies inversely as y, it means it's what? Inverse variation. And other joint and partial. We'll get to see that. Okay? So this video is about inverse variation. So they said x or any quantity varies inversely as the other. It is written as this: x varies inversely as y. So the step I said, after you've written something like this, you introduce your equal to, which will have something like this, your equal to sign, and it comes with a constant times 1 over y. So we can have x equal k times 1 is k over y. So this is the standard formula or standard equation connecting the two quantities. Okay? So the first thing you should do is to solve for the constant at all times. I can remember I said that in the introduction video. That's why I recommended that below this YouTube channel. Check there. Okay? So at every point in time, you should solve for the constant first before you solve for the required thing you're asked to find. Okay? For instance, let's see a question. You said, y varies inversely as x. When y is 8, x is 2. Find the value of 1, y when x is 2, 6. 2, x when y is 1 over 2. So how do we solve this? Now, for instance, we said y varies inversely as x. It means this is the inverse variation. So we have solution. So we have y varies inversely as x. And I've said before, introduce your constant. So we have y equal k times 1 over x, which gives us y equals k times 1 is what? K over x. And this is the standard connecting equation. You can call that equation star. Okay? Now this one, they said when y is 8, x is 2. So when y is 8, x is 2. Now substitute this into this. The constant first. Okay? So if we have our y is 8 over our k for new years, and x is what? 2. This same thing as over 1. Okay? So if we solve down, we have from this point, we can cross multiply. So if we cross multiply, we have k times 1 is equal to 8 times 2. So k times 1 will give us k equal 8 times 2 is what? 16. So our k equals what? 16. So we can go ahead to solve for what they asked us to find. So they said find the value of y when x is 6. Find the value of y when x is 6. This connecting equation becomes your what equation at all times. Okay? So from this now, we said when x equals 6, y is what? Y is unknown. So bring this connecting equation, which is y equal k over x. So what is our y? We don't know it. Equal, what is our k? We have solved for it, which is 16. That's 16 over, what is our x? 6. So 16 over 6, if you reduce further, you can have this, 2 can go, 2 in 16 will give us 8, and 2 in 6 is 3. So we can have 8 over 3. Okay? So when x is 6, y is 8 over 3. In the same way, that is for I. In the same way, we can solve for I. I'll say I, when y equal 1 over 2, x is equal to, x is unknown. So if we use the standard formula, we have y equal k over x. So our y is 1 over 2 equal, our k is 16 over x is what? Unknown. So because multiply, we have x times 1 equal 16 times 2. X times 1 is x equals 16 times 2 is what? 32. So when y is 1 over 2, x is what? 32. Thank you very much. If you are just joining us for the first time, kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share. Thank you very much.